Hi there, I'm Construction Gamer and this is the UK Northern Powerhouse on Transport Fever 2. This is going to be episode number 47 in the series, and in this episode I'm going to head over towards Stoke. I would like to get Stoke Station built and hopefully, possibly the line up towards Manchester, and I would like at some stage to get some of the other bits finished as well, so we can start introducing the kind of very southern tip of the Pennines route across to Burton-upon-Trent, Uttoxeter, and across up to Derby as well. So yeah, I want to get Stoke done because that's kind of an important part of that. In the last episode we built a few sections of track in order for us to put this Grand Central service in from Bradford Interchange down to Grantham. It's just pulling into Doncaster now. I'd only put 2 trains on this particular route because in real life there's only like a few trains in each direction. I'm not entirely sure how many, but it's not a full hourly service. But by the looks of it, some of these trains are a little bit busy. They're only a capacity of 90 because they are short formed HST sets, I think, in real life anyway. But what's this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carriages, 90 seater capacity, and it's not quite enough for the number of passengers. Yeah, that's full, so I might just chuck another few of them on. If I know it's losing money, but if it's actually carrying people, then it's, you know, worthwhile actually having the service extended, or, you know, putting extra units onto it, because we don't really want to start impacting on our quality of service, because then you start to get into negative figures, which isn't good, even though we're not really worrying about money. But it is nice just to be able to carry a good number of passengers, which it's all about really. So let's see. We're not going to get the Southern Pennine, I think it's Southern Pennine route in this episode. So I want to go over to Derby. I want to get Burton-upon-Trent, Uttoxeter all connected up, but we do need Stoke-on-Trent up towards Macclesfield, and we need there's a Crewe to Stoke branch as well, so we can get the East Midlands Railway Crewe to Derby shuttle working as well. So let's just take a quick look at this. Doesn't look particularly, it looks quite hilly, but it's nothing too major. Let's run up towards Macclesfield. Macclesfield's a bit in the hills, but I think if we put a station down here and just run a shuttle up and down Macclesfield, that shouldn't be too bad. And then we've already got most of the rail into Stockport done, so we've got the branch here. So this is the Crewe branch, which is going to come off, and this is something that's going to link up with the Crewe branch and then head off down over here. We've already got a lot of the railway already in. We just need to kind of connect up the dots a little bit. So yeah, we've got an autosave. Yeah, that's good. They're getting a bit quicker now, which isn't too bad, but they still take quite a long time. Can we? I think we can possibly do stuff. No, we can't. So let's wait. Yeah, at one stage I thought you could actually build stuff while you were autosaving, but it appears not. But never mind. So that's the beauty of video editing. We can just edit out any autosaves. Right, so these need to be, well, this needs to be rather. I'm going to keep it 240 because it's going to have pendolinos. High speed, no, because I've got the third. No, pause. All right, it's going to build a road. Right, so 240. Catenary, yes. Tracks, it only has 2, but no, I'm not going to do that actually because it doesn't work. Right, we're going to have 2. It does have some tracks down the middle, but they have been abandoned, or it did have tracks down the middle, but by the looks of it, looking on the satellite and on Open Rail map, it has been abandoned. We want to be using the UK stations, don't we? Right, and it's going to be red, I think. Virgin or Network Rail red. I think we've decided on building size. Let's go for, no, not quite that big here. I think we'll just stick with that. Should we? Yeah. High speed, no. Canopy length, none. Catenary, yes. Chuck that on there. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to really write home about with Stoke Station. Like I said, it did have tracks running. I don't want the platform. I just want the seats. Can I? Oh no, I've got to build the whole thing from scratch by the looks of it. Okay, it's been a while, I think, since I built a station. But yeah, it did have bypass tracks down the middle, but they have since been abandoned. Platforms, yeah, we'll keep them red. We just want ones with seating down the middle like that, and then we always go for blank ones on the end, because you don't tend to have benches on the ends of the platforms, and then a passenger building, something like that. Actually, by the looks of it on Google Maps, it is quite a long building, so we'll put that on there. And then platforms, we'll have, I think we'll just have one underpass. And then Misk, it doesn't quite have like an arched roof like this, but it is completely covered right across. Yeah, so we'll go with something like that. Doesn't really make a huge deal of difference anyway. Right, so we do have the crew branch comes off. I think I'm going to get this crew branch in now anyway, and it is no, that's a station, isn't it? We want tracks this time, so we'll go with high-speed tracks. Yes, just a bit. You have to remember what side they kind of spawn on, as it were, as it is. No, we won't use parallel tracks for now. Catenary, no, I don't think this is electrified. It's relatively straightforward. It does head a bit northeasterly up here a little bit towards Kids Grove, and then it just kind of docks into there, so we'll build that in there. We should have had Alsager or something like that maybe represented here, but like I said before, when I initially built the map, it does have 99 towns on it, so I was just concerned about that. And is that in the right location? No, it is completely. I've aligned it up with Stoke rather than the actual town itself, rather than which way the track's supposed to be. So let's have a go at that. I really wish you could pick up stations. That would be rather good. Have some kind of move it mod. Maybe that was that in the right sort? No, it wasn't. It wants to be sort of aligned a bit more like that, maybe. Yeah, I think that'll do. I'm just going to quickly configure this, and then I will get back to track laying. Okie dokie, so we've built that on a bit more of an accurate alignment now. We can start getting this back in. So this, actually, I've made this run a bit southeasterly. It does need to go, let's just double check the map, shall we? Yeah, it does need to run northeasterly towards kind of Kids Grove, Old Sager, and then up into Kids Grove, or what would be if it was actually there on the map. So yeah, if we get that up there like that a little bit, over to there, and then we're going to run the West Coast main line up towards Manchester. So we'll get that in. Is that sort of, yeah, that's fine. Get that running up there. It should be relatively straightforward, although we are going in the wrong direction again. Let's try that again, shall we? Because I was looking at the map, and I think kind of Stoke station is on. I don't think the station itself is curved. Let's just double check. Yeah, the station itself isn't curved, but it is kind of on a curve, so it curves south down towards Staffordshire, or Stafford rather, a bit like that, and then I think if we curve it a tiny bit like that, and then just curve it the opposite direction and face up towards, we just want to be heading towards Macclesfield, but we do want a relatively decent speed coming up, so that should be alright. I think it does need to curve a little bit more just to head up towards Macclesfield, and then we should be pointing in the right sort of direction. What a decent, I want 125 on the curves as we head out, because we should, well no, I don't think we'd be getting up to speed about there, but not to worry. And then just, I think, straight line it all the way up. Now this is where we need I think I need to subscribe to and that's gone way far too northeasterly then, hasn't it? It just needed to go a little bit northeasterly, so if we start to bring it in, the speed on this particular section of track doesn't really matter too much, because it's just going to be a little DMU shuttling back and forth between Crewe and Derby. You need to I'd like to get a half decent speed out of here, so let's just, can I go straight in? So it wants to be about there, 67, 64, what's that looking like? That's looking a bit lumpy, but if we put that in and just delete that back a bit, we should be able to hopefully smooth out that bump in the track. 1670, yeah, it should be alright, he says. What speed are we getting at? 62, I think I'll live with it. It's a bit bumpy, but never mind. And then I'm just going to sort this terrain out while I'm here, like so, and just a little bit, not too much yeah, that's not too bad. Now, Macclesfield, I don't think Macclesfield Station is anything really to write home about. Again, I think it's just going to be a case of a two platform station. Actually, I'm just going to quickly check Google Maps, I think, and just have a quick look at Macclesfield. Actually, by the looks of it, Macclesfield's a little bit more interesting than Stoke, maybe. It doesn't have as big a roof, I don't think. It's mostly kind of just a shelter, but it does have 3 platforms, so we're going to put the 3 platforms in, and we're going to use, this time, we're going to use the NL Passenger Tracks 3. Actually, that'll do. No, that won't. No, we'll go with like that. No, 3? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Although we could have got away with 2. 2, like that. And then if we just configure this, no, I've still got Stoke-on-Trent selected. And have I put that in the right orientation? Don't think I have, or have I? No, it just wants to be. I should perhaps do that before I start configuring the station. It wants to be 240 anyway, because Pendolinos will be stopping here as well. I should really check the orientation of the station before I go messing around. So, platforms, NL, where are you? There, and then I like to put the extra wide. If I've got 2 tracks on like an island platform, for example, I do like to have 2 sections just for the capacity. Just does help with the capacity of the actual station itself. No, it needs catenary down the middle. Have I electrified this? I don't think. No, I have. Put that into there like that. Actually, platforms we will have. I think we're just going to put one there, am I? Yeah, because that's where the town is. I was just having a quick look at it. It is seems a bit unusual, as in, like, there's a little. So if you go to passenger buildings, it does have a little entrance on this side. That doesn't. Is that not active? Actually, no. We'll have steps on here, and I'll put a shelter on. And then it does have a larger building on this side. Macclesfield is probably not placed correctly in this instance. MISC. No, that's exit. MISC. I just want some steps over. Yeah, like that in that direction. Not 2 sets. Just like I'll put 2 down the med. Just 2 just aids passenger flow, I think. So that's all fine. And then some benches down the middle. Just a couple there and there. And then I think I'll just have a little bit of a shelter down here, like so. Nothing over complicated, and then I think I'll just have maybe just shelter on there as well, just so we've got access. I think there is access actually to the station on this side, so yeah, we've got that in there. And now we just want to run some track down. I was mentioning before, and I think keep that like that. I should really subscribe to the speed limited tracks, and they're not electrified, are they? Electrification. Just because the Pendolinos in the game and in real life have a top speed of something. What do they have? Top speed of 125. But no, in the game, in real life and in the game, the top speed of the actual Pendolino is 140, I think, or 100 and something like that. But obviously on the West Coast Main Line they are limited to 125. So I keep meaning to subscribe to the speed limited tracks. However, I don't think there's that much of a worry of it actually getting up to 125 in the first place, and we can always put a few curves in just to try and slow them down anyway, and that's one of them. Don't want that. Something like that. One way. Yeah, so I've just put. I don't think this platform's going to really be used for a great deal, but I've put the switch in anyway, so I guess that platform could be bi-directional if need be. And then we're just going to run. Where's that little junction there? So yeah, so I do keep meaning to subscribe to the speed limited tracks, but never really seems that important. I always forget until we come to build something like the West Coast Main Line or the East Coast Main Line, where speed limits are important. Even the HSTs, with the new HSTs, they do have the accurate speed of them. They are capable of 140 odd, but it's just the actual track themselves which is the limiting factor. Yeah, I think that's all fine. So where's Stoke? So I guess it is quite a straight run down. Actually, I can't wiggle it enough to get it to go to anywhere near 125, but never mind. I will keep an eye on it. If it looks as if they are kind of getting up towards 140, 100, whatever the top speed is, then I will look at introducing sections of speed limited track and I'm going to have to come back and electrify this at some stage, I think, by the looks of it. Yeah, we've got a bit of a curve in there, so it will slow the units down. I think I just want to curve away from this little bit of a bank anyway, so that's good, and then I can just put a bit of a curve in just to head back up towards Macclesfield, but we do want to be keeping around 127. I don't want it to be 125 because sometimes you find that the trains actually slow down to below that sort of speed. So what are you, 127? That's all fine. Yeah, sometimes you find that it says 126 or 12 whatever it was, so it says 125 on here on this little speed indicator, but when you come to actually look at it, it's not actually that speed. So track speed limit, yeah, so that there's a little circle did say 128, but that's actually saying 127, and sometimes you find that trains slow down even further, so yeah, it just helps have a little bit quicker. And then we just use standard signals for the run up. I know the three, oh, it's glitching. I made a big song and dance in the last episode about glitching, and that looked fine before, and now it looks rubbish. If we put that back in, is that all right? Keep yeah, we'll go for it. Right, and all I wanted to do, just wanted to put a little bit of a signal in. So signal there. I'll keep thinking that looks like the ballast glitching through, and I'll chuck one in there as well. Should we put any intermediate signal in here? Maybe. Probably wouldn't really need it because it will. I think the only service that runs is the Crewe Derby, but I could be wrong. And then we just want to head up, so we're going to have to delete this road. Yes, I know. And then dock this, hopefully as the crow flies. Don't want a tunnel, I don't think. Yeah, I will hide that gouge later on. Not too worried about that at the minute. Get that in. Actually, let's do a little bit of smoothing. Actually, I do want to smooth just this little bit, just because we're going to be doing the road over bridge here. Just smooth that off a little bit. Road, some sort of road, any sort of road. 1, 2, 3, something like that. It's a bit too high. Maybe down one. Something like that. No, that just looks rubbish. Right, cross there, up a little bit until it's flat, and then we'll just put a girder bridge in. I'm not sure what sort of colour. What colour are we going for? Orange, green. Good old green. Get that in there. Connect the road back up. We want the curve on, don't we? Yes, we do. We made that mistake last time. And straight into there, no problem. And again, and then all we do is just upgrade this because I do want to take ownership. Although having said that, this far out of town, we shouldn't really see any sort of development, but you never know. There's particular roads that I do like to keep just to make sure that the game doesn't interfere. And then we're just chucking a bit of this brick wall here just to give this something to rest on. Make sure it's not glitching in, and then down. Just that'll do. And then again, it is better for working from this end, I've figured out. So again, we'll just put 2 sections of this wall in just to make it look like it's got something to rest on, and it just looks better than having the bare surface, cliff or whatever for the bridge, I think. Yeah, we'll have to, put a fake thing in there. Let's put a bit of road in here, straight road across there, maybe a bit closer, that much closer, curve in, bang that in there, no problem. Don't really have to worry about it too much. Maybe too much slope. Yeah, maybe if you hook up to there like that, that's fine. Just put some more random bits of road in as well, just to get all this. I know I'm doing a bit of demolition at the same time, but it is good to have all those different roads connected up. Try and encourage some development from the game. No, we don't want. Can I? Yes, that's better. No, I don't want that either. Something like that, maybe. Can I just? How awful does that look? Pretty awful is how bad that looks. Right, bring it down to there then maybe, and then curve it in. Yeah, it's still up in the hills a bit, but never mind. So we've got that in. Actually, I think what I will do is we built a long time ago now, it feels, and we've built it into, or rather there's a junction there, right? There's a set of points in there that needs to point in that direction. Good. So I want to try, if I can, just go around a little bit. I know, actually this wants to be a bit flatter. and we are going to have a gouge because I don't think there's any tunnels. And then this point here was from this section into there, and then if we can, yeah, we're going to have to go with a gouge, unfortunately, and it wants to come up as quickly as possible. We'll go with 130. I will sort the gouge out later. And then can I just put that into there with a reasonable speed? Yes, I can. No, I don't want a tunnel. I don't think there's a tunnel. So that's all good, actually. Connect that up to there. Got a... yeah, I think I will put a signal in there, and then that runs in. Do I want a signal? Yeah, it should be alright. Shouldn't be really fouling anything, I don't think. And these actually want to be one way. Good. So actually what we can do, we can actually get a service in place because we've got Manchester Piccadilly, Stockport, Macclesfield, Stoke-on-Trent into... yeah, I'm not sure. Actually, yeah, I'll leave that. Macclesfield, Stockport. And what platform have you gone on? You've gone on something ridiculous, haven't you? Like platform 1. Platform... let's see. Platform... what's the issue? Is it Stoke maybe? No, that should be fine. What's going on? Have I just clicked Manchester twice? No, I haven't. Stockport is the last stop. I don't know why it's not working. Right, so we're running up to Stoke and then we're running in towards Manchester. I'm pretty sure I would have put a point... oh, have I not put a switch in? I don't think I have. Let's turn that off. It needs... yeah, I've got a switch there, so that goes over and then over again. Yeah, we can get to all platforms. Right, let's take a quick look at this again. So you've gone into... you're running up, yeah. Stockport, platform number... oh, I don't like it doing it this way. Terminals, 8 on 2 and 2 on number 3, yeah, because you're up, that's fine. So what's the problem? Yeah, we've got it running all the way up here, no problem, all the way up here, and then it's just like, no, we can't use these points. Yeah, because we run out here. And what platform are you on? I'll put you on 3. That should be better. That should all work now, should it? Yeah, that's fine. Now we've got to go and fix Stoke-on-Trent, haven't we? Right, what's going on here? Nothing. There's only 2 platforms. Oh, that's what I forgot to do, didn't I? So you come out of Stafford and then you go to that station there, and I think you need to be bright yellow, just so I can distinguish you against the other. Because should you really be... yeah, that's all fine. It could, I guess, use this cord rather than coming down here, but it doesn't really make a huge amount of difference, does it? No, I think, yeah, I may as well keep that as it is. But actually this is going to be, this needs to be brown, maybe. Oh no, that's a bit dark brown, because this is going to be a cross-country service actually. So this is going to be cross-country, Manchester. What's Manchester Piccadilly? Is it just MAN? Probably. Where are you? Northern Man. Yeah, it is just Man. Where's it gone now? To Staff, because this will be the Manchester Bournemouth service. Because what I'm thinking is I could potentially put on the Avanti West Coast Manchester Piccadilly as well, but that stops at all the same stops down to Stafford. So what I was thinking instead is I'll have the Avanti service going Manchester, Stockport, Crewe, Stafford, and that just kind of separates the 2 different flows, so we're not duplicating too many traffic flows. And what it allows us to do, just put on a nice cross-country Voyager, something like that. I think I'll put... no, I don't want to split the services up. I could potentially just have a mixed service, so we just have 2 different... I could have it Avanti and cross-country, and that... no, let's just leave it as cross-country. Keep it simple. I think what I'll do, I think this needs 3. Add. No, that's definitely a Virgin one. Add. Yeah, buy 3 of them, and then I'm just going to schedule these onto that service down to Stafford. Now, people have been asking me about cab rides, and I do kind of long distance cab rides for my patron supporters. It's the patron perk, but I think I will do a couple of shorter journeys like this one. It's only a short journey really at the end of this video, but if you would like to see some longer cab rides and you'd like your name in the credits at the start, then consider becoming a patron. It really does help support the channel and everything that I do. But I'm just going to schedule these and then we will take a ride along from Manchester Piccadilly down towards Stafford as we run another auto save. Okie dokie, so we've got the cross country Manchester Piccadilly to Stafford service up and running. I'm going to leave you with this cab ride down towards Staffordshire now. I'm going to leave it there for today and say until next time, bye bye.